It's not bad out here yet.
No, it's kind of nice. They said the dew point's going to be dropping this afternoon. So that'll be good. It'd be nice. Maybe cut the grass today.
You're gonna cut the grass today?
I could. Depends on how hard my girl works me.
No packages this morning?
No, just newspaper.
Don's reading the newspaper, and of course he spotted the Model 3 right away.
It's being tested for COVID-19.
In Franklin, Tennessee, he says, is where this picture
Yeah.
is from. It's not even like Wake County, Raleigh. It's somewhere in Tennessee.
California.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, I agree.
And it looks like our sheds, all 4 boxes are out for delivery. So I think that'll be coming today. It's good we're home. I really didn't want it to show up while we were gone yesterday, although I did leave instructions with Johnny to have him put it under the carport. And yes, I hit refresh on the Tesla page, and it's still just showing the reservation number. So while we watch our videos this morning, I am back at it here with the Great Ball contraption. And maybe I'll get it running this morning. I think there's a chance. Did finish the Great Ball contraption, this version, okay? It used almost all of the parts.
Yeah.
And there's 4 rubber wheels in the box.
Sure.
These will be great for robotics. This is exactly the right wheel for the robot, so that's good. I got a little problem though.
Uh-oh.
I gotta order balls.
You don't have no...
This is the size balls it needs. And I have 3 of them, and it recommends 15 to 20 for these contraptions. I have more of these.
You don't got no marbles?
These are the shooters from Mindstorms. You know, if they thud you and you shoot it with the big robot, it actually stings a bit. Well, they got to be light. So the reason why, all right, is you load them. Okay, and you can see it's working properly. And then you crank it.
Oh, sorry.
And you crank it, but it's relying on there being enough balls in the shaft
Yeah, to push the next one up.
And that's not happening here, so I can't get it to, you hear it,
But it won't go.
but it won't go. I have to have enough balls to push the one out the top. So
Bummer.
hopefully it won't take a month. Hopefully there'll be someone in the US on the East Coast that has these things. I looked at them and they're not real expensive, and I couldn't envision the shaft having to be full or the size of the balls, because I've got like 10 more of these size out in the garage. I got red ones and stuff from Mindstorms, but not this. So that's just great. I've built it, but at least I know the gearing really is working properly.
Right.
And if you hook it up to another one, it's meant that you do this with it. And that allows you to feed the balls in, I guess, down here, and have them come up the shaft, but then go on to the next GBC. So it's made so that you can either make it self-contained or you can hook it up to others. And I really like this build. It was kind of complicated, but
looks complicated
you know,
to
if
me.
you build a Mindstorms robot, you can build this. Or if you're an engineer, you can build it. Or if you're willing to make a lot of mistakes and keep fixing it, you can build it.
Way cool.
It's time, it's time. FedEx is here.
Yeah.
It's hot out there though. Well, All 4 boxes are here. It's our regular driver. He says he got 15 more stops today and he's done. He's backing up so we can put it under the carport.
It's here. Yeah, and I guess that's the right number of boxes.
Yep, 4. Yep. And they don't look damaged. They look. They got lots of straps on them, look intact. So that's good.
They're, I would say, heavy.
Yeah. Well, I think one of them was 80 pounds, 70 pounds, something like that. So, my plants aren't looking wilted down, and they are getting sun over here. And I have to tell you, I am getting a little fidgety to get them in the ground, although not right this minute because it is hot in the sun. And the boxes are labeled 2 of 2 and 1 of 2, so the top 2 boxes appear to be 1 of each. I guess I should make sure the other 2 say 2 of 2 and 1 of 2.
3 to 46 pounds. I guess either maybe one of the boxes, if it's a 1 of 2, is 53 and the other one is 46, I guess.
Huh.
Kind of hard to say. A lot of tape.
Well, I'm very pleased that the boxes appear to all be in great shape. Yeah, it's kind of hard to mess up flat stuff if it stays flat, so I think we'll be. I think we'll be good.
Basically steel.
Yeah.
Box first.
I agree. This looks like not the sheeting, but all of the hardware for the frame part.
Right. And I think this is the threshold.
I agree.
It's got that groove in it.
Yep. Well, here's your parts list. Although there's no words associated, it's just all.
This is a number 5.
Number 5. There's only 1 of them.
Right.
So, yep, I agree. That looks like the threshold. Okay. All right, it's the moment of truth. Which one of those threshold numbers on those diagrams was accurate?
Yeah, well, we may have to, Houston, we may have a problem. It's 29.5 inches wide, so how you get a 31-inch door with a 29 3/4 inch threshold, don't know, but we'll go from there. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying.
No comment.
No comment. But what I'm wanting to know is, I'm trying to calculate the height of the finished floor. I gotta believe that the outside edge of this is the part the tin goes up against. And the inside piece of this is where, if you wanted to have a floor, the floor would sit on that. It's hard to say for absolute 100% sure.
Well, we're in box 2 of 2, so we're going to open up box 1 of 2, and hopefully there's more than just the parts list.
Yeah, well, the 1/2 inch would be the height of the first little thing, and the overall height is like 1 1/8.
There's the instructions, and then the part. This is just mostly the sheets, I guess.
I would agree. This is probably.
There was a couple of sheets on the bottom in the other box, but this is mostly sheets. Is that roof? That's roof and not part of the side, I think.
Yeah, but it's the same color on both sides, ain't it?
Right, but that's the beige. It's beige for the roof and the trim, and then I can see down here the green just a little bit on the side, so. And there's the green.
Yeah, well, the actual width, seam to seam, is exactly 18 inches.
Right, well, in looking at there are 4 corner pieces, P2, and they look like they're just corner pieces.
Right. Oh, you're saying that they don't actually do anything? No, I would say these are connected.
Okay. You were hoping they weren't, though.
Well, it's just that this corner piece is what gives it structure. I understood that. But also, it's what gives it structure, but it also is something that when we try to join them together, we're not going to get to
yeah.
that's going to be waste, kind of, or it's going to get in our way. Okay, so I'm just going to set that back.
Yep, understand. Okay, well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm happy enough with the green. Time will tell whether we leave it green or paint it blue to match the carport or do something with it. But that's certainly not the first order of concern. And the green is not a color that we hate or won't work or whatever. So
it's livable.
It's livable, yeah. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, pretty girl.
That's a great looking table you've got.
Really? Nice and steady.
Yeah, Don bought this little compartment thing at Harbor Freight the other day. And I know that the one video we got on YouTube, they said you might want to sort out all of your hardware. So cool. Don's just trying to lay out the frame so he can get precise measurements so we know where we need to dig for the rest of the floor stuff. And then once we know that, then I can get the rest of the dirt for my flower bed.
Right.
And we can plant my plants. So that would be good.
Yes, ma'am. It is exactly 6 feet.
You see Don's got it clamped to the plywood.
Yeah.
And the measure is exactly 6 feet, huh?
Yeah, well, it's square. The plywood is square.
Yep.
So I've got it clamped along that edge down there. And this, so that part of it, so it's square. So I guess you could argue it's 6 feet, 1/4 inch. The internal dimensions are 69 is actually a scooch too much. It's like maybe 69 inches. You know, depends on how you want to cut it. I'm a little worried about the door.
Right, if it's not 30 inches, we got troubles.
Yeah, the threshold is 29 3/4, but maybe the door goes all the way. I don't know.
Right.
Now my intent is to take this piece up. This piece won't be there.
Right.
And then
because the two will be touching.
The two will be touching. And I would say that's not going to be a problem. Because all these corners, if they're cut correctly, so I think we'll be able to overlap it without an issue.
So how wide is each door panel?
20 3/4.
Yeah, Don still hasn't convinced himself that the door is going to be wide enough for those roller things we put together already, which would really not be fun.
I have a
concern. Has a concern.
Houston, we have a concern.
It all has to do with how far the doors can actually go to the side.
Right. Well, counting the bolt hole, the head of the bolt hole, which is not good, it's going to be 30.5 inches. It's 30 inches to the frame of the steel. So we can make it an inch narrower. The first thing we can do is move these things up a little bit. We can move them up 1 notch.
Right.
The other thing is we can take and put this on the other side of that steel bracket.
Right.
Okay. And okay, now don't panic when I tell you this. The thing that's going to absolutely make it work is I'm going to get my cutoff blade and I'm going to notch this leg here so this leg actually hangs over the wheel.
But we won't be doing any of that until we get it built and we can't push it through the door.
That's right, but well, here, let me help you right now. Let me be very clear. It ain't gonna fit through the door. Why? Because this is Donnie Miller's world. And in Donnie Miller's world, I'm always come up a ½ inch short. Day late, dollar short,
Yeah,
inch.
well, you know, raise the screws 1 screw hole, squeeze the frame in and remeasure.
Right, well, I understand. Well, I guess that's so what we might end up doing They might, well, not with this, because this is so heavy. We're getting the third one in a couple days.
Yes.
We'll assemble the third one exactly this, with no tools on it. And then we'll see what it takes, if it'll get through the door, and then we can decide what, you know, how narrow, which holes the bolts need to go in, and all that. We can...
That it'll fit.
That it'll fit, that's right.
And go from there.
And go from there.
But do you have what you need to know where the rest of the floor is going?
Yeah, I think I'm thinking at this point, I am convinced that the measurements never said what the measurements were. Everybody was measured. They found the widest possible spot,
which is the roof overhang.
Right, instead of the structure, which is what they should have measured. Right, the roof overhang, I don't care about.
Well, I got to say this because Don likes to help other people out. When we get it up, we're going to measure it, and we're going to, in our YouTube video, we're going to put the measurements to try to help somebody else out.
Right, I wrote some measurements down.
Yeah.
Of the actual measurements.
We're going to redo the door math because we were counting the overhang from the roof. We were using incorrect dimensional drawing. Oh, it just makes sure we're going to put the doors where we need them. Last time we counted 16 inches left of this pole, and now Don says it's 15 inches.
It's actually going to be 15 inches.
Yep. I called Tux to come on over. The sun's down. Not so hot now, so I figured he could come see me. Of course he came. He came right away because he's a good boy. Hi. 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 This is the look of a man getting ready to dig 7 small trenches.
Yeah, it's going to make them as skinny as possible.
I need dirt. Air on the side of larger.
You got 2 acres of dirt.
Yeah, but I need you to dig the dirt and get it in my flower bed, so. Is that comfy? I thought so. Is that comfy, Tux? Oh my goodness, could you get any cuter? Hi. He goes, I like dirt, Mom. Hi, buddy. Hi, Tux. Tuxie. Meow. Well, since Don's digging for me, I figured I'd go mow the grass for us.
Yeah, baby.
Right, because it's not too bad out here now that the sun's gone down. It's the right time of day to mow at this yard. And we want to look nice for 4th of July weekend. You know, everybody should be all cleaned up and have their yard, you know. Spiffy for 4th of July, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave Don to dig, and then he can grumble, and I won't know.
Yeah. Me and the cat.
Yep.
Cat will be peeing on stuff.
It'll keep you company.
It's like a sandbox. That is not a sandbox. Get away from the flower bed.
I'm done mowing. I'm weed eating. I got to blow. I'm not doing a lot of weed eating, just the part I don't like to not do every time. I figured I'd better come over and see you before it was totally dark. Looks like you've made excellent progress.
Well, I've got this and one more to do.
Yep, it's looking really good, and I do see behind you dirt.
That's right.
Yep, there be dirt.
Poor girl. My poor girl. She's just an incredible amount. She's cut the grass, weed whacked, trimmed, blew the driveway. She's done it all. All I did is just dig three wheelbarrow fulls of dirt.
I was out here with you while
she was working the whole time.
But tomorrow I don't have to mow.
No mowing.
I get to maybe plant my plants. I get to plant my plants tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, because her flower bed up there in the front where she wants to put her plants is all filled in.
Yep.